So chapter 3 of Political Treatise by Baruch Spinoza. And in this chapter, he talks of the rights of the supreme authorities, and he's basically trying to balance out or to show us the balance between the rights of the individuals and the rights of the collective, the commonwealth, the state. Now, I'm going to create several videos from this chapter. Now, the first one is something that it touches on, or in this first video, I'm going to talk about something that it touches on at the beginning of the chapter, which I found to be, like most things I'm reading in the book, very interesting. And he talks about the difference between a citizen and a subject. Of course, I've used the word citizen and subject many times in my life. I've read so many texts where the words are used, or I've heard people talk about citizen and subject, but I've never stopped and asked myself, what is the difference? Or I've never come to that situation where I have to think of the two words and ask myself, so who is a citizen and who is a subject, and what is the difference between the two words, or how they are used? Baruch Spinoza explains the difference between these two in this chapter, and I think he thought it was necessary for him to do that because of everything else he talks about in the chapter. Now, this is what he says about the difference between a citizen and a subject. Both the citizen and the subject are people who live within the commonwealth, or are members of a commonwealth, members of or belong to a commonwealth. But these two words often refer to the same person, but under different considerations. Now, this is what he says. We call people citizens as far as they enjoy by the civil law all the advantages of the Commonwealth. Now, he starts by talking about what a citizen is, and he says a citizen is people who enjoy, based on the law that is in place, all the advantages of belonging to the Commonwealth. And of course, when you think of the advantages, then you will think of the security from threats, and the ability to enter into contracts with others, so being sure that those contracts are going to be enforced and things like that. So you become a citizen, or you are considered a citizen when we are considering the benefits you derive out of being belonging to a commonwealth, and a commonwealth could be a country, a nation, so all that. So when we consider the benefit, then you are a citizen. And he says, and subjects as far as they are bound to obey its ordinances or laws. Now, you are a subject because you have to obey the law. When you are thought of in terms of you obeying the laws that are put in place, then you are a subject. When you are thought of in terms of the benefits that you derive from being belonging to a commonwealth, then you are a citizens. Now, I was asking myself, is it possible for you to be a subject and not a citizen? I think so. There are situations where you are expected to obey the law, but you don't get much benefit by belonging to a commonwealth. And then the next question would be, is it possible for you to be a citizen without being a subject? I doubt. If you are a citizen, then it means you are benefiting, and you're benefiting by also making sure that you live by the laws that are in place. Of course, I think there are very unique situations where somebody is a citizen and they are not a subject. I'm trying to think of a situation like you are the dictator, you are the topmost powerful person in the Commonwealth, and you happen to be a dictator, and a dictator means you can do whatever you like, you don't have to follow any law. Then I guess in such situation we can say that you are a citizen without being a subject. I'm just saying, I'm not sure about that. I think that's a conversation. Maybe some people have had, smarter people, I guess, than me, or it's a conversation that happens in some places, but I've not come across such a conversation. But I was just thinking as I was reading this part about the difference between a citizen and a subject.